weekend. Welcome to this cast of Watchpoint Haven Scrim today. We are doing Team Pepsi versus Team Coca-Cola, but because Coke is a bad word by Blizzard standards, it is Pepsi versus CC in the title. I am your host, Chaos, tonight, and joining me in the booth is the always lovely Dat Fat Cat Sat. How are you, Cat?
I am great. How are you doing?
I am doing good. I had some good pizza, and I am ready to cast some Saturday Night Skirmish.
Nice. Thank you for taking us on. You're like the best caster, so you are much appreciated.
Oh, come on now. I have the best co-caster, that's all.
Well, thank you.
I see some inter-team battling already beginning on Team Conk. Kenny and Genny are both rapidly changing their icons there. So, we kind of talked about it a little bit before the start of the game. I think I'm going to put us on a map that I know everybody loves with all of their heart and soul. Because I know everybody just loves it when I cast so much, so I just got to give the people what they want, right?
You know, a lot of people do not like this map.
Though those people are silly. Come on now. It's like the best map in the game behind, whatchamacallit, behind the moon base one. Come on.
Horizon Lunar Colony.
Thank you. Okay. I'm going to assume everybody's ready because we've kind of been sitting here for a while. If we randomly get an error or somebody says that they aren't ready, then we can always pause it. But we've been sitting here for a couple minutes, so I'm just gonna say we go.
And away we go.
I do feel like this is going to be the next map up for a rework, though, to be fair.
I would hope so. It's just, besides like doing a deathmatch in between games, that's the only real enjoyment I get out of this map.
Right.
It just seems like too one-sided at times. Like, it just feels like you never win on it, even though that can't be true.
It can be a very hard nut to crack. I will definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and then first point, it's like it's very easy to take, and then the second one is not at all.
It's like
so
impossible,
it's just
right?
A lot of back and forth. Yeah.
Wegsy in the chat already. Wait, I work for Coke. Why am I not here? Sorry, Wegsy, but we go.
Cherry Coke is really good, though. I'm not too fond of the regular stuff, but the cherry stuff is good.
You know what I miss? I miss lemon Coke. That was my jam.
That was a thing?
Oh god, that's... I'm dating myself a little bit on that, but yeah, it's lemon Coke. Before they started making it so the flavors were only like, oh, you have to get the diet ones to get the crazy flavors, but they used to have lemon Pepsi and lemon Coke. Now that stuff, lime Pepsi is the best, if I had to pick.
I think that is just as bad as pineapple on pizza.
Then we are going to have a bit of a disagreement. So we see Kenny on the tracer kind of crouching to just blinking around to get through everything. And Kenny trying to contest this high ground. The rest of Coke is actually staying pretty well together back there. Only thing we have lost so far, until right there, was a turret. But Kenny on that soldier is now beginning to dismantle Pepsi's attack here. 3 kills already.
Indeed. What a dangerous duo of Genny and Kenny.
Right, and there's the other half of that mix-up there, and that's going to be a quick take for Coke. Like like you just said, it feels like point 1 is a breeze to take, but then the rest of it gets difficult.
Did you see the push-ups by our friend Genny there?
I did catch a quick glimpse of that. Yes, I did. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have Kenny already on the tracer, already in the back line there, moved away when the team was trying to cap, and he's just dodging the turret's sight lines and taking pot shots where he can. Meanwhile, the other DPS, though, getting kind of caught out alone here. Genny not able to dance smoothly enough to get through all of the bullets, and that's going to put Coke down in DPS.
Rocky top not on his signature main.
Rocky on the Echo, yeah. Oh, well, and he's dead.
Caster curse.
Right.
Rocky.
I was gonna comment on the fact that we have an Echo commanded by Rocky currently, but didn't really live long enough for that. So Coke pushing very strongly here. Falk pushing really hard as the Reinhardt. There's a Moira beam backing them up. Kenny gets the turret. Here we go. Soldier ult comes down, gets 2. Rocky does get Kenny in exchange, though. Here comes a Shatter. Doesn't get anybody, but everybody's pretty much dead other than this poor Orisa, kind of left to fight alone. Nation trying to hold on. Nation does go down there. Sam killed as soon as she tried to jump onto the point. Ooh. Rip Rocky.
Is that McFluff? It is!
Of course.
I want to see more of it.
This could be stabilization for Pepsi here. Coke's still getting some picks, but Pepsi's 1 or 2 in the middle is going to be very detrimental. So there's a second Reinhardt now. Rocky has chosen to copy the Reinhardt. Charge for charge there. Rocky's going to get unmasked? Untransformed? I don't know. Do we have a term for that yet?
No idea.
It's just McFluff now. Trying to cling to life. Holding on long enough that we could get Nation back on the points. It's another Moira ultimate in this same fight, pretty much. And they're still going. The Lucio ult. Rocky dies, but Sam's able to get the Lucio ult out and stays alive a little bit longer. Enough for another person to come out and touch. Ladner, okay, there we go. That was pretty wild.
So Mango in the chat says Lemon Coke was bad and you are not valid, Kale.
I just looked over and shook my head. Y'all just don't understand what true taste is. It's okay. I bet you're the same people that like boats, huh? I take you as boat people.
Yes.
Well, anyway, as far as that round was concerned, it just felt like kind of a non-stop onslaught by Coke there. Kind of hard to say. I think that Rocky needed to switch immediately to the Junkrat to be able to contest some of it, and they definitely needed a better answer to Kenny's Tracer, who he is a very proficient Tracer player, but I think you needed a McCree or a Brigitte or something to slow Kenny down there that they just did not have.
I would agree, having been on the other end of being killed by Kenny. He is a very dangerous foe, so you definitely have to have something to focus him down, or else he'll just pop off like we just saw.
Right. So we have Genny kind of doing some advanced scouting. Genny taking a very forward position. I think he's going to pull a me and taunt. Yep, okay. He just got the high because he was a little slow to go on it, but pulled off one of my famous taunts, and I appreciate that. Different setup of tanks for Coke here. They're not going the double shield. They're going Diva instead of Sigma. We'll see if that has a little bit better luck than Pepsi's double shield. Immediately,
so they are coming out with a Junkrat.
Oh.
McFluff. Oh.
Ooh, that's a good drop, but the shields were in place to keep him from getting any value. In the meantime, some of Pepsi is starting to move up a bit, but that's a barrier pop. Oop, I lagged a little bit there. That's not a good sign. That's Pepsi trying to push forward here. The team's a little separated. Sam ends up getting picked, but they are getting a little bit of progress. Nation the next to fall.
Ladner hanging on, like he goes down.
Yep. Kenny on the Ashe now, just up top taking his pot shots there. Ooh, that was a good dynamite toss over the building there. Yikes. Ashe got an arm on her.
She could throw that far.
And neither did I. Oh, and immediate counter, the tracking arrow flies out of friggin' nowhere and lands in the middle of Team Coke. So great long distance shots by both teams. Ooh, there's a lot of aggression from Nation, enough to kill Kenny. And McFluff gets a pick on Genny, so both of the DPS are down for Coke now. This is Pepsi's best chance that they've had so far. We have Rocky kind of in the back here taking his shots. They need to, Pepsi needs to get the progress here. Okay, Dragons is going to go down. That does kill, but It looks like they were fast enough to take it before the DPS of Coke could get back, because now we see Genny just trying to stay alive there. Kenny gets picked right now. Genny is currently dueling the Hanzo, and if McFluff on the Hanzo is going to win.
Nice, McFluff.
There we go. And yeah, so Pepsi showing that their DPS aren't slouches either.
I am in the process of writing down team names because I do want to calculate who is
the most winningest.
The most winningest.
Okay.
Yeah, last time I believe it was Weggy who led the way with his Zarya.
Oh, well, there's a boost right away. It's going to get that poor Lucio and the D.Va. But Genny's going to counter, and there's also a D.Va bomb getting thrown in the back. Ult's getting thrown on both sides. Coke has the advantage for now. Now I believe it's even. And now it's not. And now it is. It's 2-on-2. A healer and a tank versus a DPS and a tank. But it's looking like this is going to go Coke's way. Oh, Ladner trying to get a charge out, but not quite enough there. Ult-wise, I mean, both teams kind of expended a lot. Nation, the only one right now having Grav for Team Pepsi. And granted, that combined with McFluff, who almost has dragons again, could be devastating if they can land it properly. But execution is the key.
I agree.
So Kenny switched over to the McCree. Decent defensive pick. Ooh, and Rocky going down right at the beginning of this fight is not what Pepsi needs to see right now. Welcome back. Oh, that's a barrier popped. I was wondering why you were so quiet, but that makes a lot more sense now.
I was writing down the team names. I didn't want to forget. Alright.
So, well, you aren't missing much. There's just poking back and forth. There's a grab with the dragons. That Moira is very dead. Rocky getting killed and his tire. This is still fairly even. There's a soldier ulting on the left there.
I like Pepsi staying grouped together.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
There comes a shatter. Ooh, that's an insta-give for Majestic. Majestic dies immediately there. Pepsi is starting to get progress. They've already got first tick. That Moira faded to get on point. There's a Reinhardt behind him with Kenny's ult. High noon. It might be enough to get through the shield, and Ladner does go down to it. Lucio ult is probably going to settle this for Coke here. Oop. And McFluff lost connection, so I will pause.
He does occasionally have ping issues. Famously, he will post them.
Well, then I will eagerly await an update from Senor.
Let me take a look. It might take me a few minutes to get back on, but I will keep an update on it. Let me look.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I mean, as far as comps go, I mean, I don't know exactly where McFluff was in that fight to know if like the lag led to his death or not, but I will say that it definitely felt like it was swinging in Coke's favor, that they had kind of won that fight. Spawn advantage was enough that they were able to get back and stop Pepsi from getting second tick, which is pretty big.
He is coming back.
Excellent.
He says it's he said it's not his ping. I have invited him.
There we go. All right, well, let's join group.
I'm sorry, guys.
You are fine.
Mid-game interview.
Right, I like what you're doing on Hanzo.
McFluff to blue team. All right, good luck, soldier. Okay, there we go.
So they're gonna wait for Fluff, it looks like, before they start attacking again.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, at the point we were at, Pepsi had already kind of lost the fight, so we saw the grab dragons come in from them, and it felt like that was kind of their time to fall back, whoever was still alive anyway. But McFluff immediately goes back on the Hanzo, trying to work with those grab dragons some more. We have nano boost for Pepsi. On the other side, no ultimates at all for Coke right now. And highest we've got right now is that Zarya at 67%. Genny right behind at 63%. So we'll see. Pepsi trying to find... Ooh, Kenny getting a pick onto Birch is not how they want to start that fight. They're pushing anyway. They're trying to bully out the tank. It's enough. Falk does go down. Unfortunately, so does Rocky. Ooh, that was a heck of a sleep up there. Genny asleep with a wild sleep dart.
Sam in the back getting worked on, but she got taken out.
Ooh, and that's going to be a bit of a late ult, but nonetheless an effective one from Genny.
And he's doing push-ups.
Of course. So Birch already waiting because she was the first to go down. Everybody else kind of beginning to group. But this is probably going to be the last push for Pepsi. They still have that nano boost, and Birch found out and killed at the start of the fight again. That is... She'll have enough time to get back, but that is going to severely limit what they can do.
Good find by Genny to come up and kind of do a little recon.
Yeah, and in these exchanges, we have Team Coke really starting to climb back up with their ults. They're going to have both tank ults as well as Kuro's Coalescence here. So McFluff getting the first pick on Genny is a big start. Grabs from both sides. I heard a Shatter go down as well. Ults are just getting blown right now. With 10 seconds left, Team Pepsi needs a touch, which they are.
Oh, nice grab.
Catch that. That's going to catch Wolf. Kenny does get a pick on a Rocky. It's do or die right now, though. They need to kill these last few stragglers that are on the point. Kuro getting a couple of revenge picks after coming back from the dead. And that looks like it's going to be it. Oh, nope. It was Birch flying in at the last second there. Unfortunately, is not enough, and that will give the first win to Team Coke.
Nice job by Team Coke. And...
It's going to be Genny. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to spur Kenny on to get some play of the games. He's normally up there for contenders for it, him and Rocky both. Good old Visor. Hold down the trigger and win.
And we didn't see any push-ups, so you know, maybe 8 out of 10 play the game.
Right.
Good job, Genny.
And Ladner getting the lion's share of votes here.
I see what you did there.
Aha! All right.
Oh.
Well, and for everybody, I'm assuming everybody's kind of familiar with the process, but we do have auto balancing on, so there's going to be some substitutions here that are out of my hands. And it immediately broke up the Kenny-Genny duo there.
And reunited a couple of your teammates.
I was going to say, but it looks like Legion now has both of our players on the same team, so I'm sure Sam is all too excited to not have to deal with Kenny on her, against her anyway. She'll have to deal with him as a teammate now, but you know.
That's a good way of putting it.
All right. Well, Kat, that was my spectacular shot calling that picked that first one. Where would you like to go next?
I think, since you brought up the whole lion's share and in Reinhardt, I think I want to see his home of Eichenwald.
We're going to Germany. All right. Eichenwaldy. You want to do Halloween Eichenwald?
You know, let's do it.
Okay. So we have Spooky Eichenwald. All right. So I think we'll just go into it. I assume that they have all kind of aired their trash talking out at this point. And then we will go. Spooky.
Oh man, it's crazy that it's only like half a year away now.
Right? Yeah, we're a little just about. It'll be next week. It'll be 6 months exactly. So very spooky. Oh man, why is this cartwheel on fire? What is the point of this? This isn't realistic. It should burn out to nothing. Okay, I don't like this anymore because it's unrealistic.
But there's no boats.
Granted, there is no boats. There's unrealistic fire. Look, if I want to find something to complain about, I will find something to complain about. Don't you worry.
Yes. I full well know.
Alright, so we have Team Pepsi again starting on the defense. And it looks like they're going to be employing a serious double shield there with Reinhardt and Orisa. And they're backing up with Zenyatta and Mercy as their healers. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. I understand that they want the Mercy for the farm Mercy, but I absolutely would have said a Lucio or a Moira personally as your other healer. Personally.
I mean, Ladner is really great at Zenyatta, so maybe he'll just be extra DPS. That'll help kill before we get there.
And then on the other side, it looks like Team Coke has been bullied into letting Rocky play Wrecking Ball. And then they have no shield, so all the shields currently on Pepsi's side. Rocky rolling right through. Nation getting the first pick on Nageni, though. Rocky's on point, but he is very alone out there. Looks like he's able to get out for now. Team Coke is making a combined effort to push forward. Nation getting another pick, but gets pulled out of the sky. Able to boop himself away, though. Excellent play by McFluff to rip that Pharah out of the sky, though. That's always a feel-good moment. Ladner making me eat my words, getting 2 kills as Zenyatta. Oh, me of little faith.
He's really lethal.
Yeah, no kidding. Genny going down again to Nation. So Nation on his already has his ult on his trademark there. Kenny right behind him on the McCree having his ult right now. So this is going spectacularly for Team Pepsi on defense. Oop, I see some nonsense going on over there through the building. It looks like there's a bit of a push coming in from the right side here for Team Coke. We see McFluff trying to get a grab here. The Wrecking Ball going to barrel through everybody. Touch point again. Ooh, that's a good hook. It kills Nation while Nation was grounded. Oh, and it's Low Noon behind. Gets 2. But then gets hooked and dies.
Doesn't get out of it.
Oop, they're watching that Mercy. Mercy tried to fly out for the res. Not going to get it. McFluff ulting is going to force the Zenyatta ult from Ladner.
Rocky doing a circle.
Ultimate strat for Rocky here. Oh, gets stopped by the Orisa. Orisa very good at stopping that. We have McFluff running right at Dr. Ladner, just mercilessly slaughtering both healers. Oh man, McFluff, you're a monster. McFluff goes down, but damage is done for Coke, and that's going to do it. Wow.
He just popped off on the hug.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say pop off so much as ran at Zenyatta, stuck Zenyatta's head in the barrel of his gun and pulled the trigger. He just murdered those poor fools. They have families, McFluff. Anyway, so good take for Coke means that we're going to be pushing forward. Another pull out of the sky and a kill. McFluff just dominating Nation here.
This guy can't be stopped.
It's like you think you need the hit scan, but McFluff is like, hold on, watch my air canister, and just rips him out of the sky. Anyway, Kenny getting the better of the McCree off there onto Kuro. I hear Soldier ultimate coming down. It's Genny getting a pick onto Ladner, and then, ooh, 3 for Genny. Genny does ultimately go down, but does a lot of damage in the process. Oh. We have Nation trying to hero play it, not able to get anything, and does go down to Kuro. I don't know. McFluff getting yet another kill.
He is on fire.
Yeah, no kidding. So Nation immediately taking the words out of my mouth, does switch to the Reaper. And I think that's going to be effective against a team that has literally 0 shields and no way to stop it. Sam tries to poke her head out and immediately dies to Team Coke. I see the rip through the wall there. Yikes. Team Coke is on a bit of a rampage here. Ladner getting 1 back onto Birch, but...
Oh.
God. Kenny trying to hold Team Pepsi together here. Goes down to Genny, though.
Nation might want to...
Yeah, it goes down to McFluff. Yeah, they,
Sam has switched over to the Diva.
Okay.
Try and mitigate some of that damage.
I think that's a good play. And we have Team Coke using dropping the beat. Sam gets demec'd. There's a low noon from Kenny. It's going to get Majestic. Nation finally getting revenge on McFluff, but then Kenny going down to Genny again. Kuro's using the Deadeye from behind, gets picked off before she can pull the trigger.
So Pepsi is stabilizing a little bit. It
looks like it.
Rocky is going in.
Oh, drop it. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. It does force Ladner's hand, which both of those ults surprise me, but oh well. Rocky not able to get out. Nation was waiting for him right around the corner there.
I think ultimately you might want to have that Zen ult back.
Yeah, I agree.
And the hamster seems to get his really quickly.
Yeah, I agree that one was, I don't agree with that. Oh, wow, Rocky just yote himself straight onto the point, rolling around in the back there. Sam does get demeched in the front. Yeah, Rocky going up again. I hear Nation ulting in the back, gets stunned out of it, and dies to Kuro, who's switched to the Reaper in response.
It does look like Nation's switch over to the Reaper has been effective in like holding them back a little.
Oh, Kenny switched to Junkrat. Oh no! Oh boy, I can only sense the battle that's gonna take place here soon.
Hardfall's doing a ton of healing.
Pepsi again clinging to life at the very end here. They've already burned a minute and a half. And right now, they aren't being pressured like that badly, so I think they're going to keep holding. Sam out in the front is just going in. And is going to get hooked, and not quite DMAC yet. There's the DMAC. She is going to live, but she's in Baby Diva form, which is going to be a little scary. Rocky just
Baby
rolling
Divas
around
can
at the
do
speed
a
of
lot of
sound. That's true. There's Rocky just looking for Kenny. I think he got trapped. Rocky and Kenny having a bit of a side duel there. Oh, Rocky able to roll out with very minimal health, but alive nonetheless. Ooh, that's a hook onto Daisy. Daisy's gonna get out. Here comes the drop. Oh, there's bombs on both sides. Poor Sam tried to run away and hit a bomb. Ladner's ultimate gonna get forced here. Oh wow, that hog is trying to turn somebody into mincemeat. There's a tire. It's gonna get ripped apart by McFluff. Another Death Blossom does eventually get Majestic at the end, but it's going to follow up by Kuro's Death Blossom.
The solo Death Blossom on Nation.
That's, I mean, if you want to send a message, that's one way to do it. Oh, McFluff pulling Ladner again. Ooh, Rocky, I think, is in a trap, is going to get picked for it. Pepsi's been holding for a solid 2 minutes. Is this it? Okay. Kenny's martyrdom does get a kill there. Pepsi not willing to let go yet. 20 seconds left.
Whoa, it looked like a couple times there that Coke had it and was going to be able to push. But Pepsi pushes him back.
Mm-hmm. We have Genny looking. Oh, spotted out. Genny was looking for a moment. He's going to have to touch right now. Genny's probably going to be the sacrificial lamb here. Isn't dead yet. Kenny gets the first pick on a Kuro, though.
He is
another pick.
alive.
So he's just going to tie it right there, and there's a double for Kenny. That is feeling like that's got to be it, right?
And Kenny gets 6? I think he might have gotten a team kill.
I just saw him dancing, so I think he did.
It's not a team kill. I think 4 or 5 there. That was a pretty.
I mean, that's kind of a personal ace there. You can't argue with that.
There you go.
All right. Well, spectacular hold. Really strong in the beginning and then really strong at the end there. So can't argue with results. Couple of ultimates that were a little questionable, I'd say, from both sides, but in the end, Pepsi holds.
And you know what? I think some of these ults are about sending the message. You know, your friend might be on the other team, so you want to show them what you're made of. And
it's the same reason that you attack with the 0-3 Arboreal Grazer magic, to send a message.
I believe you have done that before. Or
I do enjoy sending messages. let's see here. So a couple switches here. So we have Kuro now on the main tank on the Orisa with McFluff sticking to that Roadhog. He did really, really well, so I don't blame them for that. On the other side, we have what I'd say is a much more standard comp with the Rein Zarya. They have 2 divers, 2 flankers, so we'll see how that works. And then Brigitte making an appearance. I think she doesn't come out as much as we'd expect.
She's a lot of fun to play, though.
Yes, she is. Alright, well, let's see how Team Pepsi does on attack now. Sam at the helm with on that Reinhardt, but the shield's already broken, and that's going to scatter Pepsi a little bit.
And Kenny is on again.
Yeah, he is on Mikengu, his namesake hero, but there we go, 1 for 1. McFluffer Nation, and then Majestic follows right after, followed by Birch. Pepsi looks like they're just taking this fight right away. I think it's just, what, Junkrat and Echo left? Just the Echo now? Yeah, that was completely decisive win from Team Pepsi there.
I think the choice to go with the Brigitte was a really good one, so, you know, it denies that Roadhog a lot of room that he otherwise would have, and if your friend gets hooked, well then, like a quick Brigitte.
Little bap.
Shield bash. We'll undo that.
Yeah, that's. I think that Team Pepsi is adjusting very quickly to. Oh, that was a good hook. Caster Curse. I was going to say they finally have him under control, but McFluff immediately proves me wrong. Rocky gets a solo pick onto poor Ladner.
You aren't anyone if you haven't been solo tired by Rocky.
Right. McFluff hunts down Nation and just ends his career, and then immediately does the same to Kenny. Junkrat in the back there. Yeah, I mean, I think that style is what's been working for McFluff, though. Just the hyper-aggressive, you don't get to come to me because I'm going to either pull you to me or I'm going to stick my gun in your face. Oh boy, Nation caught in a trap there, awkwardly floating in place.
I do want to make a quick anecdote that Rusting Birchface is on a imp skin for Mercy, so in light of the Halloween map, she is rolling with it, and I like it.
There we go. In game news, Team Coke is once again just slamming this team fight here. I liked that a lot. Genny mid-air transformed in the Reinhardt to charge down Daisy. That was an impressive maneuver there from Genny. I'm gonna have to tuck that one away in the back of my head now.
Oh no, more Reinhardt tactics.
I mean, technically yes, but also technically it's an Echo tactic. Rocky getting the solo kill on the Nation now with this tire. You were talking about sending a message, Kat, and I think that's exactly what Rocky's doing.
You know, they're known as a great DPS duo in Overwatch Oasis server, but here they are not aligned, so it's great to see.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of in-team rivalry, right?
Absolutely.
Alright, so we have Brigitte ult going down for Team Pepsi. Shatter looks like it caught 2 people there, and Kenny's going to go right in after it with the blade. Pepsi looks like they have finally won a fight, and they are trying to get as much out of it as they can. Nation and Kenny just tearing through the entirety of Coke there. They had 1 survivor in it, I think.
Oh, and Genny gets away. Nice. Flew through that window.
It looks like Pepsi... Coke could probably make a stop here, and it looks like they're gonna. They're not willing to give up this point just yet. Oop, grab into Death Blossom is super effective so far. Nation does go down in the trade. This is heavily in favor of Pepsi, though, so far. Looks like it's just, oh, not just McFluff now, but Genny immediately gets burned down after. And that is going to be take 2. Oh, that's not where you want to be. That is a fried frog, unfortunately. Majestic flew in at the last minute and did not really work out for him.
Yeah, sometimes Lucius can do a great job and stall the points effectively, so I'm thinking that's what Majestic was going for.
Oh, totally. It was one of those where you slingshot yourself and you hope you land in time, but that time, they did not land in time. Oh, well, and Coke is giving up all the way to this last turn here. There's 3.5 minutes on the clock. This is going to be another hard hold here. Tyre is... Hearing Echoes say die, die, die is hilarious.
Yeah. It's pretty eerie, I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh. Oh no, that's just the second one from... Wow. Genny got 2 Death Blossoms and then I'm like, why would the Reaper waste it? But, you know what? If you're going to lose it anyway...
Pretty impressive stuff there by Genny.
Very much so.
Watching the point in case anyone tries to backcap.
I was just about to say this would be a good backcap moment, but you saw it before I did. They have one humble frog waiting on the point, just in case. Nation's really good at finding those traps. I feel like every time I look, it's big Shatter comes in, gets at least 2 that I can see. Kengu capitalizing and going in for the blade right afterwards is going to get at least 2. Is this the fight for Pepsi? Kuro goes down as well. Pepsi is on the precipice. That grab, oh. There was another jump and charge there for the Echo.
Oh, it's
Pepsi's... Looks like Pepsi's got it, but Coke has spawn advantage. Losing Sam is a pretty big deal here. Oh, it's just the baby diva. I think that is gonna be it. Team Pepsi striking back.
Alright, it is 1-1. Pepsi and Coke.
And Kenny's striking back with the ultimate there, or with the play of the game there. Oh Lord. Oh no, oh no. Good Lord. Team Pepsi out here representing though, good Lord.
Some good stats there. Alright, so that was a win for Pepsi. That leaves us 1-1 as we go on to map 3.
We get ourselves another little shuffle of players in with our auto balance.
What are you thinking for map 3 there, Chaos?
I try not to think as much as possible.
Well, we have done a hybrid map.
And we've done an assault map.
An assault map. So we do need a control map, which we can leave to see if we need one for it. Well, we'll have to do a control map anyway. Maybe this is a good time to do one.
Okay. Let's see here. I've seen a lot of Busan lately. You know what I haven't seen in a while is Nepal. I feel like that one's got to be out of rotation too, because I haven't seen that one in a hot minute.
Well, let's see it.
So looks like what we're gonna do, folks. All right, we have the Legion duo having gotten moved over to Team Coke.
Birds of a feather.
All right, and with that, we will roll right on into game number 3.
Okay, I'm copying down the teams.
I sense that McFluff may be put back on to the Roadhog for this.
I
Maybe.
think so, especially it being this particular map. I would push for it, definitely.
We going down. Hey, you can go pretty far down here with the camera.
And you know, surprisingly, it's finished. So.
I mean, it's a dark pit. I'd be a little disappointed if they didn't finish that one. Oh wait, oh, you can't fly out the hole in the ceiling, but you can get like right up into it. That's ridiculous. Blizzard, fix this. Let Pharas and Echoes fly up there and drop down.
It would be terrifying.
Exactly.
Do you think we will see Kenny on his Genji again?
Ooh, or Tracer maybe, but it looks like he's starting McCree at this point. But we have a Battle of the Birds coming up, and only one of them is going to have a Pocket Mercy at this point.
Oh, though, but Genny on the Sombra might be able to hack a bird and
oh, there we go. So we have now it's going to be 2 Farmercies facing off against each other. And we'll see how this all plays out. Team Pepsi first to the point right away. Ooh, Kenny getting the first blood in the Battle of the Birds. Good hook there.
And you're right about Fluff being back on the hub.
Yeah, I know. I'm so surprised as well. But no real picks just yet. But Team Pepsi has gotten a bit of progress. Oh, and there, just like you said, a bird dropped out of the sky there, and it's gonna fall to her death. That's 2. 2 boops there for Team Pepsi, but they are also bleeding out members. Res, so Rocky's gonna get res there. And Pepsi is going to get the first take because of that. Oh, not quite.
Oh, nice hold there by Rocky.
And right now, Pepsi is holding their own. Oop, there's another hack onto a bird, it sounded like. And there's a ground bird.
Kuro takes out 2.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you right.
Nice job, Kuro.
Cat and a connoisseur of the Battle Mercy. Can appreciate it when great recognizes great. So Team Coke kind of reforming here. Oh, it's a hacked health pack I'm seeing through the wall. I'm like, what? Or is there actually somebody back here? Anyway, sorry. Oh, it was probably Genny and that just like teleported out. I thought I saw somebody from Pepsi all the way deep in Coke's business there.
Oh, okay.
There's a hacked Reaper is going to go down. There's a Shadow that doesn't look like he gets anything. Oh. And that's a dead Reinhardt. McFluff just grinds out Ladder before he can hit the pit. Majestic getting another boop. Kenny gets a kill, but there's just boops everywhere. I can't keep track of all of them.
I think McFluff there jumped to grab Kenny. I think he may have jumped. I'm not sure if he got booped or not.
I don't know if I even saw it. I was just trying to find all the death that was happening. Good Lord. Oh yeah, there we go. And I see again, it is indeed Genny that's just in the back lines, just whenever they all spawn, just bothering them. Genny does have ultimate though, so that's going to be a couple of big ults coming in for both sides. Both teams have 2 right now. Here comes Just Ice. And that's going to be 2 picks immediately for Coke. It's about the best start that they could hope for here. And another pick for Coke. I think Coke is probably going to take it back. At 99, Coke is going to get it back.
A lot of action on both sides. Very entertaining games.
I feel like I should just fix my camera like right above the death pit. I think that's going to be the best place to check it all out. Alright, so Pepsi beginning their assault again. Nobody's pulled in the death pit right away. Genny getting the first pick onto Kenny, though. Traded for Majestic's Lucio. So 1 for 1. That's a broken barrier, though, on Coke. Coke is just kind of hiding in the room, trying to avoid the bird rockets that are flying in. We see Genny
That's a
just...
good strategy.
Genny's looking for the moment to ult. It looks like he's going to get it right now. That's a 4-man hack. But didn't quite catch the... But the Lucio is going to ult for Team Pepsi. Hack is over now. On everybody other than the Moira. The Moira is still hacked, but... Sam on the Reaper now, getting a pick onto McFluff. And that Mercy Kuro getting blown up before she's able to get the res there. And Coke is holding tight to the point here. Good fight. Oh, and there's a bird. Dead bird. Sam is going to get picked here. What was that?
Nothing.
What did you see?
No, you're just very entertaining with how you say things. So Genny is in the back, harassing the Junker and the other DPS.
We're at 92, so this is Pepsi recognizing that this is kind of their moment. They need to get to push in. Genny has another ultimate, though, is again looking for the moment, hiding in that same corner. That's a big 4-man again, combined with the Pharah ultimate. Ults are flying from both sides here. Ooh, the tire is going to stop that res. And Pepsi takes it back.
Oh, just Kenny.
Oh. Dodging those rockets. There we go. Kenny eventually goes down, and that is going to be Team Pepsi taking the first point.
That was so close.
Yeah. Looked for a minute there like Pepsi was just gonna, that Pepsi was just gonna take it, but Coke put up a huge fight. Ended up getting it to 99.
I would say this is the second most fun Nepal map of them all. The one we just saw is of course the coolest one, and this one I would say is the second coolest.
I like the Death Room. I would put the Death Room as my second favorite.
You love being microwaved by Symmetra turrets?
I love shattering with little room to dodge, yes.
I see. Man of culture.
Or, you know, walking in as Reaper and hitting triangle is also pretty nice. But anyway, McFluff has given up the Roadhog to switch to the Wrecking Ball now. Can be very annoying on this one. Able to pull off the perfect ultimate strat. Maywall goes up to protect Team Coke. So Sam on the Mei, that is a new pick for them.
I have never seen McFluff on the hamster, so this is something new and
Kenny back on the Ashe, picks off Nation to start. I see Kenny just up on the left there. Has a great angle to take pot shots. Team Coke has a lot. And Team Pepsi recognizes that. Tries to back up, but Genny immediately gets their head taken off. Kenny is just not having any of this right now.
They chased down that poor Mercy.
When you're that important.
There you go.
Ooh, well, that's barrier down for Coke. Sam being very... she's using those walls very effectively at choke points to ensure that her team can be safe. There's a tire coming up over the wall, gets 2. But Kenny still not taking any nonsense. There's a res onto Rocky, though. They were not able to stop that one. Fluff goes down. Ults are getting thrown. There's also a Bob back there in the corner doing Bob things.
As he do.
Verily. Nope. Man, I love when I miss those playing charges, too. Thank you, Spaghetti Code. Ladner attempting to hero play it, not able to get it done. But that is main shield down for Team Coke for the time being. So Team Pepsi trying to push in and take advantage.
We have a grab online.
Oh, Nation getting a pick onto Birch to start. Oh, well, I was going to say Sam's still alive on the point, but that would have been factually incorrect. Because Caster Curse.
Happened to you more than most, I would say.
I think it's just a castery thing. But either way, Team... Go ahead.
Team Pepsi does take it, so a reversal of fortune here, and we'll see if they can hang on.
Ooh, Sam getting early pick there is going to kind of stymie a lot of what Coke wants to do. Those walls have been pretty important for them to be able to move up and change position.
Damage boosted rockets aren't no joke.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
But they're playing it smart. They're going around to try and mitigate the damage that Pharah is putting out.
And we have Nation just trying to get the damage down. It looks like they have all kind of gone underneath the right side from the attacker's perspective here. Here comes a Mei ult. That's a big one. It catches 2, it looks like. Lucio ult does manage to go down. Reinhardt's still alive. They did not... Okay, there we go. McFluff now goes down. I was going to say, you got to kill everybody. Coke taking it back in a snap.
So I do want to point out an impressive maneuver. Most of Team Coke there moved around to the right and flanked, but Kenny crouched down and snuck around to the left and was able to take Nation out of the sky.
That sounds like such a Kenny thing, too. Here comes all of the ultimates that are remaining here. Kenny on a tear to start. And that feels like that's going to be it, and Coke is going to tie the series up here again.
Nice.
Very even back and forth.
Alright.
Now we go to the death room.
The boring one.
I mean, first you're gonna bash like the best Coke and Pepsi flavors, and now the death room isn't even enough, huh?
I think you are in the 0.001% of people that like the lime Coke.
Both.
I've never seen it. Oh.
Well, you see, the awesome part about some fast food joints is they actually have like flavor things where you can select a flavor to put into them. So I have, even though it's been like 10 years since they've been bottled, I have been able to enjoy them.
Right, like at Sonic Drive-In, you can get that.
Or I know Wendy's, at least in Illinois, did it, where you just like there's a machine, you literally just select what flavor you want to add to your soda, and those are the best. But drink flavors aside, Team Pepsi first to the point here, and much like you suggested, with Kenny getting a pick, much like you suggested, there is a Symmetra there. Sam is on the Symmetra, but it's not looking like it's going to matter. Pepsi gets first take, but they're going to get all of 5%. Oh, okay. They're going to get all of 6% before Coke immediately takes it back.
A strong take back, yes. Rocky got microwaved there.
Well, you did say it was going to happen, and by God, it's happening.
By God, it did. Alright, so let's see what they have made up. Kind of a mismatch,
there's a Winston.
but sometimes that can work to your advantage.
So we do have Rocky on the Winston now, recognizing the annoyance of those turrets and trying to zip-zap them. Oh, and Rocky's the first to die because I caster cursed him.
Yeah.
And it's feeling like Coke has a...
hanging on.
Yeah, they have an iron grip on this point.
Leonard going in with Daisy right behind him.
Oh, well, there's Winston trying to zip-zap both of the vulnerable DPS here. Not able to get it done. Oh, nope. Kuro ends up killing Sam at the end of it. And we have coalescence coming in for Pepsi now. And Coke. Never seem to get one without the other. Rocky trying to take the turrets, but he's getting bullied in the meantime. Bob on point. There's another Reinhardt copy for the Echo. Ooh, the Shatter gets interrupted by the clone getting killed. And Pepsi with a couple of picks. Ooh, Nation holding on, but just too much defensive ability for Coke. And now with so few people left, I don't know about that Symmetra ult, but it looks like Coke is going to hold on here. 1 for 1, Birch for Rocky. Ooh, that could be big. Oh, the last minute shatter. Ooh. Ladner getting some vengeance, but goes down to Genny, actually. We're already in overtime here. Lucio ult does go off for Team Pepsi. It looks like they might have won a fight here.
But they need to stay on the point.
To say they have to not C9. Okay.
So we saw this last time.
Ooh, well, once again, we got Birch trading off for Nation.
So they're gonna have to try and get the turrets somehow back on the point. It's gonna be a little challenging.
We have McFluff back onto the wrecking ball. Oh, Rocky ulting there. I honestly, I think he's just gonna try and switch. Kenny getting the first pick on a Genny, not what Pepsi wanted. Rocky gets picked despite being an ult form. Too much damage coming in from Pepsi, or from Pepsi, from Coke. Blech.
Coke looking very unified here.
McFluff goes down. Sam does get picked. We have this poor Lucio. We have Majestic trying to cling to life there. For Team Pepsi, Rocky gets forced off, and he doesn't touch who's on the point, though. It was Genny, very briefly. And then Kuro, very briefly. I feel like I'm going to be saying very briefly a lot. And then McFluff, very briefly. And then Nation.
They're coming back, though.
They need to kill these turrets, though. The turrets are ripping them apart. And that's going to be it. And I see Kenny emoting at the end. Team Coke wins.
2-1. And Kenny gets another play.
Ooh, Kenny's pulling ahead in the play of the game offing here.
Showing his chops there.
Oof. Yeah, there was quite a bit of bob, but you know what? You take what you get. Wow, that's a heck of a kill streak there.
52 eliminations. Holy moly.
Someone has to pull their weight around here.
Kenny and Genny again getting the cards.
The terrible twosome. Okay, so we still need to do a
control map.
An escort map.
Or escort, you're right. We just did a control.
What kind of holiday ones do we have for escorts?
Legion got broken up, rip.
What did you say?
Legion got broken up, rip.
Oh.
Alright, so we got escort. As far as holiday, we have 0 holiday ones. Surprisingly.
No. Okay. Can we see Junkertown?
We can see and Wagsy immediately mirroring my point, unfortunately. We have I don't see Junkertown very often, so let's go with Junkertown. That sounds good.
I think we need a holiday escort one.
I'm really surprised 3 years in that they haven't had one, honestly. You've got multiple hybrids. You got Hollywood. You got Eichenwald. You got Kings Row. Like, you have tons of hybrid maps that have holiday ones. Yeah, I mean, give Rialto... Well, what would Rialto get, though? What holiday would they celebrate? Too. Yeah, Blizzard World. There you go. Yeah, they have one, too. Yep. There we go, everybody. We know what we need to petition. We need to decide and petition for a holiday map for one of the escort maps. I feel like you could do like Route 66 really easily because it's, you know, the United States celebrates like every holiday for the most part, at least the major ones, but so there's Junkertown. Oh, you could do like Day of the Dead on
Dorado?
Thank you. I was like, why can't I not think of the name? Like, you could totally do like Day of the Dead or Halloween even on that very easily.
I agree. That's actually a really good point.
It's already kind of like festive as it is. Like, why not jazz it up with something like that?
A different festive. I like it.
Yeah, Dorado's another one that we could definitely change up a bit to be more holiday friendly.
Yeah, Bugsy agrees about Dorado and also mentioned Rialto. Rialto.
It's because I call it Dorito. That's why I couldn't remember it. Curse my nicknames. It's like, it's not Dorito. What's the name? Dorito's a food. Okay, so we have Coke on attack again, Pepsi on defense. We're seeing a mix of what we've already seen, but with different names and faces attached to them. Rocky has once again bullied the team into letting him on to Wrecking Ball. Kenny back onto the Tracer now. We haven't seen that in a bit. I hear Ladner back on the Zenyatta, and Coke is getting a lot of free progress right at the start here. Pepsi is trying to get their stuff together, but they are giving up a lot of progress, and Sam already goes down. We have Kuro trying to run for their life here. Kuro kind of caught in this side room, not able to get away. There's picks coming in left and right for Coke. Pepsi does not have their feet on the ground here.
Oh, let's see if I was thinking she might
Caster Curse!
Yes. Fluffy is actually on the Echo. I think that's really cool. We haven't seen him on Echo yet.
Well, there you go. Yeah. And that's going to be first point. Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad that everybody's kind of getting a chance. Oof. Majestic was, again, trying to find their way onto the point. Gets picked late, though. We have the Junker Queen being mean and aggressive towards Omnix as usual.
I just saw Wegsy's comment, give Dorado a Dorito.
God damn it. I mean, if you could... Blizzard's got money for it. They could. Another Rhine... So is that just like the pick? Like you just take another shield tank so you have like double Rhine or Orisa or something?
I think it's like a Shatter such a big ult and it's easy to ramp up and get, so you want to try and get that.
Angry Echo. It's high noon. Oh, and a second one! Oh. What the hell?
Holy
that was
moly,
like back
Fluffy.
to back. Those were two different ones. Oop.
Oh.
And we have... Like, that was insane. McFluff literally ulted and then ulted again. That wasn't like 3. That was a 1 and a 2K.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I wonder if we're going to see Fluffy play the game with that.
Maybe. I hope so. Because it's like... what? I know Echo charges quickly, but damn! Like, ults... And then probably, what, flashbangs and fans the hammer, hits all bullets into a tank and has it again? Like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Pretty impressive stuff. Let me send him a message to see if he...
Yo, apparently only 2 headshots is an ult for that. Because, you know, that's fair and balanced. Jesus.
I really feel like they might try and
she's getting nerf that into the ground. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Alright,
yeah, I have no doubt that's going to stay at that level.
Again, he was typing something.
We are eagerly awaiting it. But, yeah, talk a little bit more about Echo. It's... I don't know if it's just because we're getting later on in the series or what have you, but yeah, it's interesting to see Echoes on both sides and just how much it can really open up the possibilities. You know, like watching the 2 Reinhardts go back to back with like flame slashes and shields, or having 2 McCrees being able to flash and Deadeye and stuff like that. That's so much power.
I think we're going to have to look for another player to come in. Let me type up something to see if we can get...
Well, if anybody is watching and would like to jump in and take Genny's spot, feel free. Wegsy already said in Twitch chat that they can join.
Oh, Wegsy, that would be great.
Throw you right into the fire.
That would be spectacular. So we will just do some pausing. Wegsy, I do know, obviously is an amazing Zarya, so I wonder if his hero pool will help turn the tide here.
Well, we'll see if that forces any major changes. It'll be interesting to see, you know, and it's unfortunate that we did lose Genny, because Genny, you know, having the play of the game and really putting a lot of pressure onto Kenny, which is always entertaining to see.
Yes.
Was making quite a splash there. Oh, Rocky says that Wegsy's banned, unfortunately.
Banned?
In Twitch chat, he's saying that Wegsy's banned. Hold on, can I?
Oh, he's just joking.
Hold on, wait. I think I can ban Rocky. I mean, I am technically on the Twitch, so I could ban him in exchange, because then Wegsy wouldn't be banned. But then Rocky would be banned, and that'd be a little awkward.
Let me see if I'm friends with Wegsy.
Mango seconds the ban for Rocky.
Oh, I think actually, did Nifty join?
Huh? Did he?
Yeah,
I was looking at my computer screen. Nifty has joined the game. Okay, well, yeah, it appears that Nifty is joining. So sorry, Wegsy. I guess you were beaten to the punch.
Wegsy, thanks anyways, but Nifty has joined.
Speed racer there. Okay. In that case, I am going to unpause us here. And we will get right back into it. Okay. So, Nifty immediately flips onto the Sombra. Alright, we all kind of reacclimate ourselves here. And that's going to be point 2 for Team Coke, but Nation getting a pick there at the end. Nation on the McCree now. I don't know if we've seen Nation on the McCree yet. Rocky continuing to just literally do laps around the reactor and just bowl through people as he goes.
Effective.
There's a lone noon right in the front. Nation does pop through the shield and gets Falk.
Kenny is blipping him, flipping around.
As Kenny do. Oh, but both Ladner and Kenny are in a weird spot. That's going to kill both of the healers for Team Coke there. Great grab. Team Pepsi finally putting their feet down.
Solo grab Daisy.
Rip.
Oh my goodness.
Ult economy is very heavily in the favor of Team Coke right now, though, so Team Pepsi is in for an uphill battle, that's for sure. And there goes one of them. There's the Wrecking Ball ult, which is going to immediately get a little bit more progress moving forward. Second Zarya, okay. That's barrier down for Pepsi. Ooh.
See if you can get it. You got it.
That's a lot of squishies, but that is going to be a beat drop for protection. And we have a Zenyatta ult for reasons. Not sure about that one. Ooh, that's a big 4-man hack, though. Coke is going to... Ooh, that's a big shatter, but Coke able to immediately kill off Sam, so they aren't able to get anything from it. And that is going to be it. Coke undeterred by the pause and pushes forward.
Yeah, Coke did a really good job of steadily pushing the payload. It was pretty awesome.
Alright, well, we'll see what the newly formed Team Pepsi is going to be able to put out here on attack.
Probably. I'm surprised with your love of lime Coca-Cola that Pepsi never did a thing like that. Or wait, or is it the other way around? No, Pepsi did not ever have anything like that, did they?
That's a good question. I know they both did lemon, and Pepsi's done lots of crazy flavors before. Honestly, I think Pepsi might have done a lime version, but I liked it better with the Coke, to be honest. I prefer Pepsi overall, but the flavors for Coke, at least the lime flavor, was better in Coke.
Good to hear it. I'll take your word for it.
It's looking like we're seeing kind of a pseudo pirate ship, but with two turrets right now, with both Nifty on the Torbjorn and Nation on the Bastion. We'll see. We will see. And then on the other side, a little bit more of what we've been seeing, but Rocky on the Roadhog now, taking him for a spin.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Once again,
I'm
Coke is...
hoping to see
Go ahead.
3-3.
Right. That's 1 for 1, 2 DPS down, but Nation is currently uncontested and is just ripping through the lines of Coke. That sounded terrible. The res does go down, is successful, but nobody's able to contest this Bastion. Rocky's trying to find a spot to get it. The boop means that he gets the Mercy, but that's not enough to kill her. And Nation just rat-a-tat-tatting away. No contest here. There's the hook. Finally disrupts the Bastion. Oh, there we go. There's a Genji, but the Torp turret now is taking a lot of damage, and Nifty's going to end up killing Kenny.
It's confusing because I'm used to McFluff being the Torb.
Right?
Like he's not Torb. So, very disorienting.
This is, I mean, when you're desperate and your back's against the wall, I guess go pirate ship.
It's a legit strap.
Ugh. It is. It's a feel bad, but yes, this is a legitimate strategy. I just don't like Bastion.
One of my teammates of a very long time loves to play Bastion. It's a great effect.
And he can feel terrible about it in his own time. I will say that Rocky has done a good job kind of threading the needle and ripping Nation off of his little perch there. But Nation, ulting out, does manage to kill Daisy and Senior McFluff. And he goes down to Kenny, finally. But that's so much free progress for Team Pepsi right now.
Oh no. Rocky ulting.
There you're down. Rocky is the one that goes down to McFluff. Or to Nifty, rather. Oh, here comes a tire. Coke tire goes in, and it does get 2. Sam and Majestic are down, so that's going to pretty much... Ooh, and Birch trying to go for that Battle Mercy style kills Kenny. We have Nation has switched off of the Bastion and back onto the Pharah and gets taken out by McFluff immediately. Oh, well, there's a D.Va bomb, but D.Va sounded like she got a little choked up in the middle of it.
Yes. She does manage to take out the Mercy.
That's a Shatter, and Molten Core. Ooh, that's a decent combo. And then we've got a Shatter coming in for the Echo clone. And it looks like Coke's going to hold here.
That was a lot of back and forth, and it made you unsure of who was going to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to pause, like, all right, who's winning? We've got Nation is now on the Sombra. We've had a lot of wild Sombra switches this game.
I mean, if it helps you take out the tanks and the shields, so you can...
Hey, I'm not arguing with the results. It's just, I don't normally see Sombras, so to see both teams just taking advantage of her is very interesting. I appreciate their flexibility and their versatility there. That was a very risky play from Kuro, trying to fly up there. So far is alive.
I think they're trying to focus down Rocky as that Roadhog. A lot of health, and they are getting good old charge.
There's a Shatter. It's going to get just the 1, but that's going to be a dead Lucio. Majestic does get splattered against the pavement. Although Nation now switched over to the Reaper is getting some work, or not Nation, Nifty on the Reaper is getting some work done. No one on the payload here, but Coke has lost a lot of members. I don't know what Pepsi's doing right now. It is literally just the Reinhardt. They gave Coke a lot of time to regroup there. I don't agree with their reluctance to push forward. Okay, so we have an Echo Reaper now. And oh my god, immediately gets the ultimate there. But there's another die in response.
Our fault didn't know where it was coming from. Just looking around the blocket.
Sometimes. And that is going to once again stop Pepsi's assault, and they're going to lose more time. I truly believe they could have gotten that point if they had actually pushed in that moment, but oh well. We have Nation just creeping up.
Looking for that Sombra.
Right? I mean, they know, okay, there we go. As I say, they know he's there. Oh, wow. Nation gets blasted in the next week there. That's more red in the kill feed, and that's something that Pepsi has to overcome here. If they're going to have a devoted flanker, they have to coordinate with them.
And don't underestimate a Mercy player.
Right.
They kill.
They do the kill. So there's a little bit of a melee going on in the room here where we have Nifty was trying to pick off the Echo there, trying to pick off McFluff. Kangu getting the pick onto a healer, onto Majestic at the start of this fight. Bodes very poorly. Ooh, big ult stops the Coalescence. As soon as I'm about to say Pepsi's in trouble, they're going to try and prove me wrong. But Coke with the Bob just chilling on point. Here comes a bomb. Isn't going to get anything done. Doesn't get anybody because of the Rhine shield there from Falk. So we have a Diva. Lucy Ult's going to protect from the charge there. And then here comes a Diva, an Echo Diva bomb. It's going to pick off Majestic again, right when Majestic was coming back. There's an ult from Nifty, but Kenny says none of that and pops him off. Pepsi still has quite a few members here, and I appreciate that Sam is just trying to be the Bastion there and trying to push forward and anchor the team. Sam unfortunately goes down as she gets the shatter. There's another Bob from Kenny, 2 in this one fight, and that's going to be it.
Nice job by Coke. They had a great hold there.
3-1, I think?
It is indeed.
It's going to be McFluff's Echo. There we go. Gets the play. Look at that. That's not okay. That is not okay. No, that's not okay.
That was a really great play by Fluff. Great job.
Blizzard, fix this. What the hell was that? Like, excellent play. Completely. Like, McFluff played that very well. I'm just more angry about the fact that you're able to Deadeye within 2 seconds of the first one. That's nuts.
We have Coke, who ultimately, I think, did win the scrim now. It was 3-1. I am going to reach out and see if the teams want to play, like, one more. Just to control for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they say. I mean, Nifty only got half a map there, so...
Right.
Okay.
Well, we have somebody that already took off. I did not see who it was.
Well, I guess that is that.
I mean, if they want to do like a gun game or something, we could always set that up and confuse the ever-living hell out of me, as it always does.
Yeah, Wegsy can step in too if they
want to that's true. Well, if everybody's down, match chat is on, so they can't ask everybody.
I think Rocky is finding out.
Yeah, at the end there, though, we got to see a lot of the flexibility of the Echo, because before McFluff said, hey, lol, I'm going to Deadeye in 2 friggin' seconds twice, my gripes of that aside, we got to see Echo doing a lot of different things. Hello, Eggsy.
Alright, thank you for joining. They do want to do one more.
Cool. Alright. Oh, okay, beat me to the punch. Okay, as I was saying, like, I appreciate that we really got to see the flexibility of the Echo. Like, we got to see Diva, there was tons of Reinhardts, then McFluff pulled off his nonsense, and then we got to see more versatility. Like, we saw a Reaper, we saw a Diva, like, she is, I think she's stupid powerful right now, and I sense that her ult gain while in a transform state is going to get nerfed a bit.
I would agree with you. Way too much damage and mobility to affect multiple heroes. Like, sometimes you don't even know she's on you and about to kill you, and then you're dead.
Exactly. Alright, let's see here.
Map 5 for funsies.
So if we're doing control, we could do Lijiang, because it has a Happy New or Lunar New Year.
Yes, let's do the Lunar New Year.
There we go. Cool. And with that, we will roll into the For Funsies map number 5.
I thought you were going to pick Eloise there for a minute.
We are not going to Greece, no.
Chaos, do these maps have boats on them?
This one does not. I think it has like one small boat out there. Or are those piers? I cannot tell from this high up in the air. This map, it is very hard to tell. But hey, they finished the inside of this little cavern down here on the tower. This map is playable. But, well, we'll see. Since this one is for fun, you know, I always advocate if it doesn't matter that you should try goofy picks. So I'm hoping that there's going to be some silliness here. And we have Team Coke able to pick very quickly. They knew what they wanted to do. Rocky finally on the Junkrat for like the second time. On the other side, McFluff going back onto the Echo. And then they're still waiting on... There we go. There's their last healer. So... Well, they're still rotating. I don't know what the hell's going on yet.
They don't want you to know. More of the caster curse.
Well, it is kind of famous if I need healing to, you know, pick 6 healers and confuse the hell out of casters pregame. To be fair.
I do see Wegsy on his Zarya and with a strong main tank and Nifty. So it's going to be hard for Team Pepsi to kind of get past that.
Oop, and there's a stun. Almost picking off Nation there. Nation at like 2 HP does go down to Wegsy. Even with just well, it was the 1 pick. Now it's a couple of additional ones, but Coke is able to take it. And with Kenny at the helm there on that McCree and Wegsy, they're able to shove Pepsi right out of that point.
Okay, let's see if the talented duo of Nation and Senior McFluff help break this back.
Well, we do have McFluff with the ultimate on Echo. Never mind. Caster Curse dead, but does get rest. We'll see who McFluff wants to copy here. Ooh, Sam taking a ton of damage. Sam is going to go down for Team Pepsi. Ooh, and Falk right behind. Both tanks down for Team Pepsi. Nation getting blown up by Rocky. That's going to be
a strong performance here.
No kidding. Yeah, they are not giving Pepsi any room to breathe here at all.
Staying grouped up like that, it's a lot of heals, and it's a formidable front to get past.
Barrier down for Coke, but that's going to prompt like 5 other ults because that's just how we do. Rocky's solo ulting Daisy in the back there.
No.
McFluff able to kill off Kenny, but that's kind of the only good news for Team Pepsi. Oh, Lord. Sam, is this poor Zarya going 1v2 against the other tanks of Coke, is going to eventually go down.
Sam, that was...
It's a heroic attempt.
Super valiant of you, yes.
Ooh, that's a trap right there in the Falk. Ooh, there's a Rhine copy, but that's not going to do much there. And that is 99. No one able to touch.
Nice.
Team Coke just held Pepsi in that doorway. Good Lord. All right. And then we go to this one that has a bit of a death pit. I like the light effects on these lotus flowers, the digital lotus flowers that are down here.
Blizzard can be thorough sometimes.
Rarely. I saw one of these digital fish in the pond twitch weirdly. I'm watching you. But anyway, McFluff switching over to the Hanzo, so another trademark pick there. Otherwise, we have Kenny on the Pharah now, and Coke immediately to point. Not gonna risk anything. We have Pepsi kind of going around the back way. Possess somebody back here. Ooh, that's a lot of damage for Pepsi's to start, but they are getting the health back. And then Coke is just standing in the doorway, just not letting Pepsi get near again.
It's a lot of damage rained down in one direction.
Yeah. Ryan's duking it out, and Nifty's going to take the worst of the trade, so that's a good start for Pepsi. And I think Falk might have been in a trap there. Falk goes down, but the res is successful. Trades are going back and forth here. Rocky just barely dodging that Ryan charge. But it looks like ultimately Coke is going to hold tight here.
Oh, that was so close.
It was a great start for Pepsi, but they just weren't able to finish it up. And Coke again gonna meet them for a battle on the bridge. I will say the Junkrats tonight have been very good at placing traps in inopportune places, because I've seen so many people stopped, and it's just like, oh, trap. Again. So Kenny has ult. Ooh, and Daisy the first to go down. Here comes again a metric boatload of ultimates. And it looks like Coke is going to get the better of it. Oh, Sam! Sam steamrolls the point. Sam doesn't need a team. Oh, Sam goes down. Oh man, I was gonna hype her up so much there.
I was hoping to see a solo take.
Right. Hey, we were both hoping for it. So ult economy right now is kind of low on both sides. Both teams only having 2. Naisha with an early pick on a Rocky, and then Birch going down in exchange. Ooh, Kenny getting a boop onto Sam, and there's just kills all over the place for Coke now. And that's going to do it. As more ultimates fly, Coke is going to take it in quick fashion.
Well, that was a very convincing win there by Team Coke.
No kidding. And Kenny again with the play on Farah this time.
I think he's had some boops.
He had like he's had plays on like what, 3 or 4 different heroes? Oh, poor Sam.
Oh.
I feel like
I'm sure she's gonna have an earful for him.
I was gonna say.
Nice job, both teams.
Thank you.
Coke now is 4-1, so thank you everyone for
realsies.
playing. Very entertaining seeing the 2 soft drinks take each other on.
Cold. I mean, to be fair, Pepsi put up huge fights in every map. It didn't feel really one-sided at all. So that I appreciate that that Team Pepsi, regardless of the members, was trying to push for the victory every time.
Yes, I agree. It was a lot of explosions, a lot of team-on-team kills. It was very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Rocky will also have several earfuls to deal with all the solo ults we saw him throwing around.
As he should. As he always should.
But alright. Is that it? Is that going to do it for us?
I think that's it, and I am going to tally for the MVP who was on the most winning maps. And
I mean, to be fair, I think that's us, because we were on the winning side every time, right?
You know, absolutely. Of course.
So we'll pick a third place, you know. Both you and I are tied for first, but we'll pick a third place.
Sounds good.
Thank you everybody for joining us for another Saturday skirmish. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves, despite a few technical issues here and there and a couple of random swaps in the middle of some games. I hope everybody had a lot of fun.
Good night, everyone.
Stay safe. Don't touch germs.